Alright, so we back, part 2 of the lunar Sabbath being debunked. You know, again, Sakari, the brothers wanted to, you know what I'm saying, point by point reference to anybody that was trying to refute this information, which by all means is very fair. You know what I'm saying? Just don't come.
I really don't care. All right. I really don't give a damn, because after this, if you don't have a point for point refutement of this video, I really don't care to have a conversation with you about this.
And you know, like brothers is doing in the comments, and that's what part 3 is. Y'all willing we do part 3, and it's based off of the comments that are being left inside of the comment threads of these videos. But right now, just try to address what's being said here. Is Sakari wrong in their exegesis of these particular texts? All right, we're finna look at another one right now. Okay, here we go.
A day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It says, let me go to the, it says, and ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God.
Verse 32. Verse 32.
32. It says, it shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even, shall you celebrate your Sabbath.
So now he's telling you, if the Sabbath is every 7th day, and you got a problem with transitional days, it's here telling you that you got to keep your Sabbath on the 9th day. You know what that proves? Offsetting the 7-day week cycle to at one point or another.
Yeah, because let's go back. Day of Atonement. Some people kept it in October, but most people kept it on the same or around the time.
All right, so we see with that what they were bringing out, that they were trying to use the Day of Atonement in Leviticus 23, those ordinances for the Day of Atonement. I want to be specifically clear on that. The ordinances that they were reading were for the Day of Atonement. All right, it's not to establish any other days. Okay, it's not to establish the Sabbath day, because in Leviticus 23, I don't know why I keep flipping this thing over. Leviticus 23, it starts the ordinances of the Sabbath is in the very beginning. All right, 1 second, y'all. Okay, it's in the very beginning, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which you shall proclaim in your holy convocations, even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day is the Passover of rest. I mean, Shalakia is the Sabbath of rest. I'm very sorry. Is the Sabbath of rest. And holy convocations, you should do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings, okay? And so the ordinances are established in the very beginning of Leviticus 23. So why would we jump all the way down to verse 32 and try to establish the ordinances of a Sabbath in 32? Now, we understand that this is talking about the day of Passover. He actually went to skip down, but we're going to read this thing, right? The Day of Atonement. I'm sorry. The Day of Atonement. And the Lord spake unto Moses. We're going to read Leviticus 23:26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of the 7th month there shall be, and that's what I'm saying, right here. It says, on the 10th day of the 7th month, okay, there shall be a day of atonement on the 10th day. Verse 27, also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and you shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto you, and ye shall do no work therein. And in the same day, for it is the day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. And whosoever soul that, and whatsoever soul it be that doeth no work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among the people. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever. It shall be a statute forever throughout all your generations. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest. Okay, and we got to understand what the it is. The it is the Day of Atonement. And ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even shall you celebrate your Sabbath. Now, the your Sabbath that he's speaking of right there is the Sabbath of the Day of Atonement, because it is a rest. So this is the Sabbath that it's talking about. This is the Sabbath that is concerned with in this passage. And so we can't take this and say, well, okay, well now the Sabbath is on the 9th day, and then the 10th day is the Day of Atonement. Okay, and what we see here, and this is a reason again why I don't keep evening to evening Sabbaths, or celebrate my days evening to evening, because this Sabbath has to stretch between 2 days. It starts on the 9th at evening and ends on the 10th at even. And the only way to do that is you having a morning to morning day, or sun up to sun up day. So on the 9th day, the sun comes up, 12 hours go by, sun goes down, you start your fast on the 9th day. Then on the 10th day, the sun comes up. Okay, when the sun comes up, it's the 10th day, and then 12 hours of that day. All right, once the sun goes down, then the 10th day at evening, that is the end of your Sabbath, or the end of the Day of Atonement, where you're supposed to afflict your souls. So we have to be understanding of this. And so now they've used this to try to say, well, the 9th day is a Sabbath, is your weekly Sabbath. And it's really talking about the Day of Atonement, man. It's really talking about the Day of Atonement. So now they're saying, okay, well, in the 10th month, on the 9th day, you're going to celebrate, you're going to offshoot your Sabbath, or are you going to add to your Sabbath? Are you going to keep the Sabbath on the 7th day, the 9th day, and the 10th day? Is this what they're saying? And is this what y'all doing? Or is this some new information that you're using to refute some of these passages that are coming to you? So again, that's very problematic. The 9th day at evening is when the Sabbath, or the Day of Atonement, actually starts. The Sabbath that's speaking of here is the Day of Atonement. All right, verses 26 through verses 32 is strictly talking about the Day of Atonement. It's not talking about no new Sabbath. Okay, that's why I said Sabbath. It don't say Sabbaths. It don't say with an S. It's talking about one particular Sabbath. All right, so let's look at the next thing that they were talking about here.
Hold on, so like on the 14th day, right? Now, so everybody understands the Sabbath, as is determined by the moon, is on the 1st, then you add 7. 1 plus 7, let's do simple math again. 8 plus 7, 15, not 14, 15, right? So the 14th, when we're killing the Passover, that's not the Sabbath, right? That's why we can kill it and eat it there, right? Go ahead.
Yeah,
and Leviticus 23 is going to amplify it more. Go ahead.
Did you want me to go to that New Testament? I don't want to jump the gun, but did you want me to hit that New Testament?
Not yet.
Okay, all right. Leviticus 23 and 4. I'm sorry, verse 5. It says, in the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
So that night, because that's the night we came out of Egypt. So that night, right? It's very specific on when we observe the Passover. That night, we got to eat it, right? The 14th at night. Read on.
And on the 15th day of the same month.
So the 14th day, we kill the Passover, right? And eat it. That's the day before the Sabbath. Read.
It says, and on the 15th day of the same month is the Feast of Unleavened Bread unto the Lord.
The next day is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread are separate. They run concurrent, but specifically, particularly, they are separate feasts. Read.
7 days.
It say how many?
7 days. You must eat unleavened bread.
Right, read on.
In the first day,
which is the 15th day of the month, read.
You shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein.
Because you don't do that on Sabbaths. But the day before the Sabbath, you can cook and do those various things. See that? Showing you that the Passover is not a Sabbath, and the 15th is a Sabbath in total correlation with the lunar cycle. Right? Go ahead.
It says, verse 8, but you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. In the 7th day, this will be 7 plus 15 is the
22, yeah.
It's on the 7th day is a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. This whole coincidence, this is a real big coincidence that we're seeing.
The 15th and the 22nd.
Yeah.
The 1st, the 8th, the 15th.
All right, so they use the methodology And this is a methodology that they're using to confirm that the Sabbaths are on the 15th day, because we see holy convocations on the 15th day in particular feasts. In particular, what he's speaking of here is the Passover, and then the 15th being the first day of unleavened bread. So the first day of unleavened bread is a holy convocation, and the 7th day of unleavened bread is a holy convocation. Now everything worked until Hassan sat up there and said, well, ain't it just ain't it some coincidental that it just happens on the 7 days later?
Offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. In the 7th day, this will be 7 plus 15 is the
22, yeah.
This would be 7 plus 15 is the 22, yeah.
Is the 22nd, and it's another Sabbath. That's not how that actually works, because the 15th is the first day of unleavened bread, okay, which is the first day, right, of the 7-day feast. So you have the 15th, which is the first day, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20, 21. That's 7 days, and you're a day short from your Sabbath. All right, because it's from the first day to the 7th day is only 6 days, and so that methodology has to be thrown out the window. Now I did go and see, okay, well, does this happen everywhere? Is there a holy convocation? It works. It's the same thing that happens in tabernacles. All right, but there's a great feast on the 8th day of tabernacles, but it does happen on the 15th. The first day is on the 15th of the month, and there is a holy convocation there also. But to count 7 more days is problematic. It's out of pocket. It's totally wrong, because the first day is a holy convocation in the 7th day, and so that is in the same week. That's not a start of a new week. You need 1 more day to start a new week. So let me do that math for you again. 15th is the first day, holy convocation, because it's the Sabbath. And then we're going to count. That's the first day. 16th, second day. 17th, third day. 18th is the 4th day. 19th, the 5th day. 20th is the 6th day. 21st is the 7th day. And again, your Sabbaths actually happen on the 22nd. And so that would not work either. That is still on the table. Okay, y'all still have to figure out a way around that. You still have to figure out a way around the Day of Atonement, and that was just, that's just not even understanding the Day of Atonement. And again, you can't keep it. You're gonna have that understanding when you're keeping it evening to evening. All right, so it's really okay. One more video I think they have here.
I was debating the dude on the street, and I tried to say it in a way that people could understand. Every new moon is the Sabbath, but not every Sabbath is the new moon, because the new moon is the first day of the month. There's only one first day of each month. That is the day of the new moon. 7 days after that, the new moon is the Sabbath, but that is not the day of the new moon, because the day of the new moon is the first day of the month. Does that make sense?
Yeah, every new moon is not a Sabbath, but wait. How'd you word that again?
It's very simple, right? Every Sabbath is not a new moon, but every new moon is a Sabbath.
Exactly.
And every Sabbath is dictated by the new moon. It's measured by the new moon. It's proximity.
So it's not simple. It's confusion, man. It's confusion. And that's what the lunar Sabbath is. This is why you'll see even in that video, members are asking for calendars, because they're confused on when their day actually starts. What is today's Sabbath? And I challenge brothers to just run up on brothers who are keeping it that way and ask them, what's your Sabbath this week? And if they have to check, that tell you right there that they're not keeping it. That'll tell you right there that they're not keeping it. And they confused about it. And that's the problem and that's why we have to speak about the lunar Sabbath before we even get into the evening to evening and morning to morning, which one is right about. Like, it's just because it's keeping brothers from not even keeping it, man. You know what I'm saying? It'll be so grievous for brothers to get different days off each month in this captivity that brothers ain't even keeping it, man. Brothers would be like, you know what, it'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna know, man? So, but the Most High know, and He knows your heart. And so, you know, these things have to be addressed. And again, we'll deal with the comments maybe in part 3, y'all willing. All right. So hope this thing was edifying. Hope it was edifying to the body, man. Hope, you know what I'm saying, some people come up out of that lunar Sabbath, thing, man, and you know, come back to a weekly Sabbath. Even if, you know, okay, it ain't Saturday. We know that it's one day out the week, man. All right, we may can't say, oh, well, it's throughout the years. Is that the same Saturday that it was 500,000 years ago? Who knows, man? But we know that it's Sabbath is one day, and it's one day the same day throughout the years, throughout the calendar. So if the consensus of Israel is keeping it on a Saturday, you know what I'm saying, that's what we need to be doing, man. That's what we need to be doing. So shalom, y'all. Be blessed.